Hello? All right, looks like we're on the internet. What's up, Karas? What's up, P2? Oh my god, we're so iced up. You know, I have a control to take the covers off. I'm gonna have to hit that. I think. What's up, Jimbo? What's up, K8? Holy crap. Okay. Where's my mouse cursor? Oh no, I have no mouse cursor. Oh my god, I have to fix it. I don't know what is going on with the first person mode with chase plane. I gotta fix this. Where is it? Controls. What's up, Jack? What's up, Mac? I think it's under, here it is, player character. Interactions. Yeah, where's the pointer? I don't know how to get the pointer on. How do I... There's just no mouse cursor. It's so weird. Normally you have a mouse cursor and you can, like, you know, take the covers off. I guess I'll just do it from the EFB. Simulations? Is that where it is? Controls. Simulations? Simulations? Wait, what? I'll just use the tablet. Okay. Flight info, where is it? Controls? There we go. Parking brake, chocks, tie downs. Chocks, tie downs, pedo covers. Okay, I should probably get a... Can we turn the GPU on in this thing? I forget. It's been a while since I've flown the Aerostar. But I did set up my cameras already, so you guys don't have to watch me do that. I got a glance left set up, glance right. I shared both of those in chase plane. And the rest of them are defaults. There's the sit forward one. There is the left side switches, the right side switches, which are not great, honestly. I might have to fix those cameras. And then, oh, I forgot to bind. Where is it? Radio stack. This should be shift 1. Okay, there we go. And then I set one up that looks straight down here because I have the tablet pulled down here so I can see the checklist and stuff. So I can just hit down on my hat to look down at the tablet. So I think that works. And then the default like spot camera thing, cinematic. All right, I think it's all working now. What's up, Sawyer? We're mostly just going direct on these couple flights. I only have a couple hours, so maybe I can do 2 to 3 legs, probably like 2 legs. But then I gotta stop the stream for the day. What's up, Conti? Get absolutely GA flighted in Canada. Okay, do we have a GPU in this thing? Probably not. I just want to get it like powered on, but not started yet. Yeah, whatever. Let's go to SimBrief. I already generated the SimBrief flight plan. It's pretty much just direct, but I wanted to get an estimated altitude and fuel. So it's got us at 9,000 feet, 213 block fuel. So we can go over here, fuel and payload. And this is in gallons and pounds. What is 213? I wish you could just click a button to see pounds. Like if you just clicked here and it showed pounds, would be so nice. Or just click kg and it just converts it to pounds. But instead I have to go in and edit. A series? We've been doing this here. It's part of this Cross Canada thing. We've done this a bunch of times. We've done 11 legs of this. So we're about halfway done. Yeah, out of 20 legs, this is leg 12. And this leg is only 63 miles. It's going across Canada, west coast to east coast. So we do this here and there when I want to do GA stuff. What's up, Matthew? You can't move your camera around with your mouse on chase plane. You need to go through all of the chase plane settings. It takes over everything. So you have to go into preferences and set up everything. So you probably need the right click set up in here. Right here, mouse look hold to your right mouse button. Or if you use the toggle one where it used to be middle mouse button, you would put middle mouse button here. But you need to bind one of these for the mouse look. So that's in chase plane preferences, and then you just scroll down. It's in camera movements, or you can just search for mouse look. And then, yeah, I use mouse look hold, so I hold down right click, and then drag my mouse just like usual. I also have it set up on arrow keys and on a thumbstick that I have, so you can do multiple controls. Make sure you have any camera views bound in the sim. Oh, make sure you don't have any camera views bound in the sim, I think is what Bob means. Yeah, I've had a lot of conflicts where when I hit a button, it'll do like multiple things. So yeah, you need to go through. What I did was go into settings, go to controls, and then for each one of my peripherals, so mouse, keyboard, and anything else I've ever used for cameras, go down to the cameras section right here, just to make sure you don't delete anything else. And just go through each of these sections, and anything that controls the camera, especially like the very generic stuff like left, right, up and down, that kind of stuff. Oh, cockpit quick view. I never hit these, so it's fine. But the ones that you use all the time, so you'll see there aren't, or there shouldn't be, anything in here. Hey, what is this? Drone depth of field is set to 3? I don't know why that is. I'm going to get rid of those. But anything in here where, yeah, you're hitting... Oh, you know what? I probably don't want these either. I don't use any of these, so I'm just going to clear them by pointing at them and hitting backspace. But you'll probably find ones like, you know, drone yaw axis. Left is your, you know, like this. It'll be set to your mouse. If I go to mouse, it'll be set to like, you know, left and right on your mouse cursor. Any of these, like you need to get rid of these because chase plane is going to use them. And before you do all that, it would be a good idea to go down here, hit the little gear, and then duplicate it and call it something like, you know, chase plane.
Still flying with the joystick.
So you have a new set
real
just for chase plane.
Is where it's at. And I see you wrote, Crouch Captain forever. You clearly got the spirit of someone who prefers shortcuts over realism. Keep at it, I guess.
Crouch Captain. What's up, Deadly? Deadly, thanks for 6 months, man. Thank you, Deadly. All right, let's get this thing started up so the icing, we can get the icing going. Get the icing out of here. Actually, sorry, I need to do the fuel and payload still. Can I what is 213 kilograms to pounds? But it's in fuel. I'm just going to edit it, change it to pounds. I'm going to overwrite this view here. I made a camera just to hit down to look at the EFB.
Joe, wake up.
There we go.
The stream's still going.
And down here, let's change it to
so
pounds.
Jack wins it. You've been a Crouch Captain for, what, 21 months now? It's fantastic.
All right, regenerating.
You know, I like to smell heads. I mean, it's a state right, just fine.
It might be rough flying in Canada. Yeah, it looks like it. Anti-ice. I think we do have I think we just have pitot heat, actually. Oh, no, we do have a prop de-ice. That'll help. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. This could be hilariously bad. The top speed? I'm not sure. I think we're usually in this range. I don't think we ever really get to 200. So maybe like 170, 180, I would guess. Indicated. Jack, thank you for 21 months, dude. Holy crap. 21 months. It's forever. Sorry, I'm only going to do like 2 flights today, guys, and then I got to go for the rest of the day, but I'll be on tomorrow during the day again. Okay, so now we should have fuel in pounds. 473 pounds. It says 3 passengers. I don't have that, but we'll have extra fuel. It's fine. 473 and 9,000. So 473. Let's click medium. That puts us at 599. All right, let's go down to 20 gallons in each side. 491. And we're going to burn a little bit on the ground here. So I'm going to add a few gallons. All right, we're 515 pounds, about half of our total fuel capacity. Oh, there's metric units right here. Oh my God. I didn't see that till just now. All right, whoops. All right, whatever. All right, fuel and payload is set. I'm going to go to flight info checklist because it's been a while since I've flown this. You got your engine started waiting for the ice to disappear? Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Did I check the weather before deciding to continue this? No, of course not. All right, 2994. I'll just hit comma to set that. And I really don't like how these don't go away. Like these yokes don't go away. I like seeing the yokes generally, but when I'm using these shortcuts, it's kind of a pain. The yoke will just be sitting here. Okay, let's get battery on. We'll get beacon on, nav light on. And gear up and down, gears in the down position. Okay, and then, oh, where is the fuel selector? I didn't see that. Is it on the pedestal? Do we even have it? Where is our fuel selector? I'm not sure we have one. All right, so here we're going to go on. Oh, yeah, there's this cross fuel boost on. I remember I need to put the prop full forward. And we're going to need to do these manually. So crack the throttle on the left engine. Left engine to starter. And then slowly introduce fuel. The mixture. Wait, no, that's not right. Fuel pump needed to be on and we needed to prime it, right? Like this. There, fuel flow left is rising up here. That's right. Should be good. Then we do this, crack the throttle, and then we try to start it. Did it start? It did, okay. It's like way too quiet. Hold on, let me turn my sound up.
Zero Turk just recruited 20 new couch captains. That's impressive.
Now let's do 70%.
You know, it takes a special kind of talent to lead a couch. Just ask Michelle about my famous tan suit. It really helps to have a solid
Turk?
team,
Zero
just
Turk,
like
what's
we
up,
did in
dude?
the White
20
House.
gifted memberships. Holy crap,
Keep up
thanks,
the
man.
great work.
What the heck? I said this is a short stream, right? Let's not go crazy, okay? Thank you, Turk. All right, let's get this thing warmed up. Let's keep it around 1500 RPMs.
In the tranquil realm of streaming, we witness a remarkable event. Itzhak has successfully
alternator on.
recruited 5 new couch captains, adding
I'm gonna
strength
get
to our
pitot heat
vibrant
and
community.
cabin heat on.
These brave individuals will embark on an adventure filled with camaraderie and
Happy holidays. Thanks so much, Turk. Happy holidays to you too. And Turk, thanks for the 5 gifted subs on Twitch, dude. What the heck? Are you double dipping? Is it the same Turk? Thanks so much, dude. Happy holidays. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Welcome to the new couch captains. Birdie, Salty, Goat, Ryder, and Nathan. Oh, what's up, Nathan?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just on for a couple hours today, and then I got to take off for the rest of the day, but I will be on for a longer stream tomorrow, you know, like the normal 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Thank you so much, Turk. Okay, I think I got the left engine started okay. We got the left generator on, we got pitot heat on, and cabin heat on, the left alternator on. So let's get the second one started. Actually, do I need to... I might need to turn the heat on. Do I need to put the fan on or something? Blower on? I have no idea. Oh, air temp defrost. Pull on. So this is like grouped with this, so I assume I need to turn this on. Anyway, let's turn defrost up and just see if that does anything. All right, and let's get the second engine started. All right, so we're going to turn fuel boost on and fuel on. And then we're going to watch fuel flow here while we prime the right engine. Fuel flow is going up on right engine. And welcome to the 20 new couch captains on YouTube as well. Thank you, Turk. All right, that should be primed. Let's pull that back, crack the throttle. Okay, and then right engine start. And then slowly increase the mixture.
Hey, it's Based Raccoon here. Big thanks to King Bob's Kingdom for that awesome contribution. Speaking of generous moments, did you know raccoons can rotate?
Oh, it's kind of stuttering quite a bit. Trying to get the right engine RPM just up to where it is on the left.
Tip, when are you flying a real plane? Just saying.
When am I going to fly a real plane? Even the AI just gives me crap too. Okay, there we go. Bob, thanks for the $10 super chat today. I had a movement today. Feeling generous. I mean, a moment. Dude, hey, you gotta have a movement every day if you can. It's very important. Especially when we're sitting on our butts flying planes all day. Thanks, Bob. Alright, left and right are both started. It's been a bit since I've flown this. I'm surprised I got it started. This can be kind of finicky to get started.
They call this cinema.
This is cinema. The chase plane cinema. What's up, Dan? Thank you for the biddies. What are you drawing on the stream, Dan? What is that? Oh, that's a couch mug. I see it. It's a couch mug and it says C-O-U and it goes through this. Dan, thanks for the biddies. Couch mug. Okay, let me look at the checklist now that I've done half the stuff. So, parking brakes, switches off, battery. Yeah, we did battery on. We got both the alternators on. Check the fuel and all that. Engine start. Yep, we cracked it. Battery on, low fuel warning. Mixture, right starter engage. Full rich. Set for 1,000 RPM. I did bring it a little higher than that just to get it warmed up a bit. Okay, we're at 1,000 RPM now. Okay, mixture full rich. Yep. Fuel boost should both be off. They're both off. And then alternator switches on. All right, warm up engine 1,000 RPMs. Prop full forward and mixture rich. Throttle to, yeah, 1,500 RPMs. And then it says throttle set for 2,100. Prop cycle 1,000 RPMs 4 times. It's just to bring the throttle up to 2,100 RPM. And cycle the prop. Alright, so we'll feather the prop. It said maximum of 4 times. I don't know what that means, how many to do it, so I'll just do it twice. Alrighty. And then magneto check. Oh, I'm just going to skip it. What could go wrong? Alright, before takeoff, cabin doors closed and locked. I believe they're all closed and locked by default. Can we even open them? I don't know if we can. Alright, let me pull the RPMs back down to like 1,500. And we're not defrosting in here at all, so I probably need... Whoa. Probably need to pull the air here, right? Oh, and temp. I'm just going to pull all 3 of those and hope that this clears up. If it doesn't, then GG's. I guess we're done for the day. Alternator on standby. Okay. And I'll leave the flaps up. And then we got our elevator trim down here. I'm just going to turn it to neutral. Oh, yeah, and then we got the autopilot with the pitch. That's right. So there is a nav mode. There's altitude hold, but there's no climb mode. We just use pitch hold up and down. Oh, cabin air temp. Wait, how do I get this thing on? Oh, I don't have the avionics turned on. That's right. Up here. Avionics, autopilot, auto trim. That could be helpful. Cabin temp, 18 degrees. Oh my god. Okay, do we need to turn the fan on over here? I never know, like, which one of these to turn on. Because I haven't learned. 18 degrees. I'll just turn it to high and we'll see if the temperature increases. Maybe I need the cabin fan and heat on. Not sure. What's up, Blue Ninja? How you doing? A mug shot? De-icing? Well, we have the... I do have prop de-icing on, but for the cabin... Or I don't have the prop de-icing on yet. But I would think that this air, temp, and defrost on, blower on, fan on high. It's not raising the cabin temp at all. Maybe I do need fan on over here. Maybe fan needs to be off. Maybe blower needs to be off. I have no idea. Maybe the temp is cold. Maybe pushing it in is hot. They were in by default, so I assume that's cold and off. Yeah, if we don't get this defrosted, I might have to switch planes. Okay, 19. Wait, so pushing it in is temp high then, maybe? It is going up. It went up 1 degree. Pull RPMs down to 1,000. At this rate, I'm only going to get 1 flight in. I'm just too slow. Let's go here to fuel payload, update digital engine monitor. That's going to... should fill this. Right click here. Get the GPS on. Still at 19. Let me pull this out. So I don't know, do we need the fan and the heat or just the heat? I don't actually know. Okay, it's at 20 now. Okay, so yeah, air pulling it out is hot. So we're at 20. This is Fahrenheit. So we need, it's -7 Celsius. We need to get this up to like 60 or 70 if we can. I'm gonna use so much fuel here. Oh, whoa, what? Dude, there's something really weird with the chase plane and like the scroll wheel behavior. It's very weird. EFB info area tells you. It's outside air temp. Environment. Aircraft. No. Oh, right here. Oh, it does show up arrow right there. You're right. So there's the up arrow defrost. So if I turn the fan on, does that go off? Yeah, the arrow is getting... It's going down now. So you do need the fan and the heat on for it to work. So fan and heat. Okay. What's up, Fred? Has chase plane been worth it? Yeah, overall it has. There's some weird quirks with it. And it does make it so you can't use photo mode. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, what? It's working? Okay, wait. Is photo mode working? I might have to rebind some stuff. I couldn't move in photo mode yesterday, but I can now. So if they... Either I don't have some things bound that I need to bind, but the spacebar and WASD are working to move this right now. So I wonder if I rebind some things if photo mode will start working again. Hold on, let me see. Camera, photography mode. Under keyboard. Photo mode. Rotate left and right. Pitch down, pan left. So let me do pitch. See, I do have these set, look. Under, with I, K, L, J. Those all have pan. And they don't seem to be working. But the moving forward, left, right, up, down might be working. I mean, that's good. I couldn't move this yesterday, so... But yeah, essentially, if you use photo mode all the time, you won't want to get chase plane yet because photo mode is really weird or just doesn't work at all. Yeah. Mac, thanks for the wind socks draw. Oh my god. It's artwork. Pretty much looks like the real things. Look at this. Incredible. Thanks for the biddies, Mac. There's some beautiful wind socks. But yeah, overall, chase plane I think has been worth it. Especially in the airliners. I mean, it's a little bit of a mindset change where you need to bind everything yourself when you get in a plane for the first time. But it's pretty easy to do. Like, all of the default cameras are still available. You just need to set your controls to them. And then, like, I just made a quick custom camera that just, I hit down on my hat and it looks down here. And then there's, you know, cinematic view. There's, like, what they call the spot view, which is, like, the external camera. There are flyby cameras, tower views, nearest runway, nearest parking spot. You know, like, there's... and then the cinematics, and you can set passenger views and it bounces around in the cabin, like, because of physics. So if I have a couple passenger views set and you can see how it's shaking with the plane. It is really good, but it is experimental, like experimental status. So you might want to wait. If you're okay with dealing with some bugs and like not having photo mode right now and you're okay with the setup, I think it's really good. Overall, I think it is, it's, for me, the pros outweigh the cons. It's still taking some getting used to. All right, are we going to actually get this defrosted or what? We're at 36 degrees now. What is that? 2 degrees Celsius. So hopefully we'll start losing some of this ice. I should turn this on immediately. Alt 1. So... Oh, that's so weird. Alt 1 is doing nothing right now. I Googled it yesterday, and that Alt 1 file opening thing might be... It might have something to do with FSUIPC, but I'm not 100% sure. It's very strange. So for now, I'm just using Control instead of Alt. So I'm using Control 1, 2, 3, 4 for my passenger view shortcuts. But right now, if I hit Alt 1, nothing happens. So I don't understand what was going on yesterday. It's a little hit or miss. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Pitot heat, avionics, fuel pumps are off. Oh, engine heaters? Probably shouldn't turn that on when the engines are on. There's engine heaters. And it looks like it's defrosting from the outside, but on the inside, it doesn't look great yet. Oh yeah, we are defrosting a little bit in the middle. Let's see, is this going away slowly? It's hard to tell. I definitely can't see anything here, though. Well, while we're waiting, I guess we should make sure we have our flight plan over here. So, let's go to SimBrief Dispatch. I'm just going to import the route from here. We're pretty much going direct to our destination airport. Let me turn on the lock mode again. So runway 08's recommended for departure, and then arrival at CYHD, runway 12. All right, pretty much just going directly east for 60 miles and then landing. If I could get this defrosted. This is a problem. All right, we take a look at our route over here. Let me see if there's a backup VOR or something we can use over here. Do we have a VOR on the field here? Doesn't look like it. And do we have a METAR available? We do. All right, 5 knot winds, 9 miles of visibility. Remarks, icing for the past hour, -11. And 29907 broken at 17,000, 19,000. So we're good with visibility over there. You know, assuming this will... if we can get this crab off there. Yeah, Chaseplane had an update. I started the sim and then noticed the notification, went and downloaded it. So there is another update if you guys have Chaseplane. They've been doing updates like a couple times a day. All right, what's our temp now? 52. I mean, it's getting pretty toasty in here. It's kind of weird because on the outside, these look very cleared off. And then on the inside, can't see anything. And did I miss a switch for these radios here? We got avionics. Oh no, I didn't miss a switch. I remember. You have to turn these on manually. I don't even know what this is. Is this like a... Is this the RNAV computer? Waypoint, radial, and distance. Oh yeah. This looks... Does this look different than it used to be? I don't know if they added this. I thought it had a different style of like little RNAV computer on it. I wonder if I can turn this off. Interesting. Yeah, en route, approach. Guess it's just going to be flashing at us. Okay, come on. This is getting ridiculous. It is 58 degrees in here. It is 15 degrees positive Celsius. Why is this not clearing off? But it's cleared off on the outside. We can see straight through the plane. It's kind of weird, right? This icing effect just won't go away on the inside. This is outside air temp. The fan blower? Blower on? It's just so funny that it is clear on the external view, but it's... Let's see, straight into the plane. And the internal view is not. Like... How is that? That's so weird. How is it so different? Control ICE scraper key. The ice scraper control. We're going to need an ice scraper mod. Yeah, this is strange. I don't know if it's a bug. I mean, this looks like... I mean, that just might be how it is always. Like, the ice doesn't form on the other sides in the sim. I don't know. Whoa. We're now at 64 degrees in the plane. Oh, yeah, in this plane, we need to turn this to GPSS mode. And then heading mode to use our GPS. GPS steering mode. And our first desired track is 086, so I should set that. Man, this is taking forever to get this thing going. There's 09086 over that way. Yeah, I don't know. I might need to choose a different plane. Because this is, yeah, this is no bueno. This is not very helpful. We turn the air off and keep the defrost on. I don't know. 68 degrees in here now. I'll probably lower the temp just a little bit. And it's just not... It's not doing it. I don't get it.
I'm freaking out, man. You are freaking out, man.
Freaking out, man. Disable ice effects in the flight sim game menu. Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Under assistances, just turn it off. Icing effect on. Off, and then there's visual only. Yeah, that's so weird. It's almost like the Microsoft one is conflicting with the Aerostar one. That's so weird. All right, no icing mishaps for us today. All right, we're gonna turn around and go to runway 8. Yeah, thanks, Goat. That was a good suggestion. All right, let's get the one landing light on. I think is this my first time flying a GA plane? I think this is my first time flying a GA plane with chase plane. I set the glance left and right here. All right, we'll get our landing and strobe lights on. And I do not have realistic nose wheel steering on this plane because it's a huge pain in the butt. You like use this switch here for nose wheel steering and it's like very slow, and yeah, I just have it turned off for now. I just have it on the unrealistic simple mode to make my life better. I think I can turn the volume up a little bit more again. Thought it was way too loud earlier when I was checking it, but you guys let me know if it's way too loud or way too soft. You're struggling with the icing on your Bonanza too? Yeah, it seems like we'll just have to go in and turn the icing off for today. I don't know what's going on with it. But we got the temp in here up. It's a nice toasty 73. Such a good temperature. All right, let me bring the app back up. Flight info, checklists. All right, so we got before takeoff, cabin door. Yep, controls are free. Looks good. All right, controls free. Boost pumps on, prop full forward. Look at the lean. Dude, I like that lean, looks so cool with chase plane. I like it. All right, brakes are held. Let's prop full forward, boost pumps on for takeoff. So we're gonna just hide the yoke for now, I guess, and get boost pumps on. Okay, and then instruments check, radio set, flaps 0 to 20. We'll leave it at 0. Trim is set. I got it neutral on elevator trim right there. Parking brake release, throttle full forward. Hit the brakes, gear up, and flaps up. Alrighty. What do I think of the sling? The FS Reborn guys, Rawl over at FS Reborn made the Sling S4. I think it's been available a couple years maybe. It's called the Sting S4. I flew it a couple times. I mean, it's like a really slow trainer kind of plane, but it does have a working parachute, which is kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna sync the heading bug straight ahead, and we're pretty much just continuing east once we take off. And then when we get to the destination, it's only about 60 miles away. I think, what was it, runway 12 we're supposed to land on? Yeah, runway 12 for the landing. And it's VFR conditions there. It's just really cold. Alrighty, let's get out of here. Alright, full throttle. Boost pumps are on. I think a little nose up trim would have been good. I just had it neutral. Alright, gear up. Now I gotta trim nose down quite a bit. Alright, let's pull... I think we pull back to 25 on this plane for the climb. So let's pull the prop speed back. 25. Manifold pressure, 25. Gears up and flaps up. With the fuel boost off. Okay, climb. Oh, 24 for the climb. So let's bring that prop back a little bit to 2400. There we go. And manifold pressure is also 2400. See how these passenger views look. I just pulled these in from the community. Somebody made a couple of these right on the wing. Yeah, I like these when you're just inside the window. Usually I like the cameras outside, but now with chase plane, because of the like physics and the slight bounce, it's cool to have them a little bit inside so you can see just a little bit of the window for the immersions. All right, airspeed's at 140 knots. We're going 1,500 feet per minute. Okay, so fuel pump off at 1,000. I already did that. Reduced power to 24 manifold pressure, 2,400, and then maximum climb is 122 knots. We're going a little bit faster than that with our ground speed. Our ground speed will be up a little higher. We're at 140 knots. And we're just a little bit off course. The flight plan is pretty much direct. It's just got a couple of waypoints near the destination out here. It's pretty much just a direct flight. And we're going to be landing on runway 12, so it's just a little south of east facing. So pretty much just staying this direction. And it's set to go to 9,000 feet on sim brief. Yeah, okay. We'll go up to 9,000. Manifold pressure, and go ahead and give it some more power. And need to slam my, my mixture is still at 0 on my hardware control, so I need to move it really fast to the full position. Okay, there we go. And then we'll lean it out a little bit. Since we're up at almost 7,000 feet already. Oh yeah, the real life slings you can build yourself. Yeah, that's pretty insane. This is me putting my hardware all the way out. This is me putting my hardware all the way out. I think somebody might have bought some socks or something earlier. I have like some vague alert on my alerts list. It doesn't say what was bought or who bought it or anything. But if somebody bought some merch, thank you. Much appreciated. Enjoy your wind socks or your coffee mug or whatever you bought. Yeah, that was like 30 minutes ago. It's just so vague. It just says one item. And it says somebody tipped, but it's not a tip. It's like the merch store thing. It's weird. Well, whoever it was, thanks a lot. We're almost at 9,000 feet. Let me get the autopilot on. I'm going to sync the heading bug straight ahead. Autopilot on. That should put us in pitch. Okay, let's go to nav. And then we're about to hit 9,000, so I'm going to hit altitude hold. So let's see. I'm going to pull the pitch up a little bit. And we're almost at 9,000. I'm just going to hit altitude hold at 9,000 as soon as we get there. Okay, right there. And they didn't make it so you can click these. I really liked it. And there's some planes where the little FMA here, like the flight mode enunciations for the autopilot, you can actually click these lights instead of going all the way down here and hitting the buttons. But they didn't do that in this plane. Maybe they'll add it later. But that's such a nice feature, so you don't have to just constantly look down and find those buttons. All right, we're held at 9,000 feet. We got 35 miles until the first waypoint. Oh, Black Square does it. Yeah, of course they do. I mean, A2A is incredible as well, but yeah, those kind of features are very, very appreciated. See how the passenger views look again now that we're in cruise. Could make some different ones, I guess. Yeah, we got a bunch of seats here. Maybe I should make some like back here. Oh, no, that's like a cargo area, huh? Could make some that look backwards like this or something.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
Or just ones from
Canadian-made.
sitting in here.
A fast-flying bush pilot dodges Mounties and borders, running illegal maple syrup from frozen forests of eastern Canada. Who is this Kip, and what are his motives? That story coming up next.
What the heck? What's up, Bird? How's it going? Yeah, I think this would be a cool camera view, like in here as a passenger, but a little wider angle like this. You can sit down just a little bit. Looks pretty nice. Now let's save this one. Plus passenger view. Back right seat. Seated back right. Beautiful, Mac. That was beautiful. You don't like the view. Mac doesn't like this view. Wrong one. Right in the engine. Left wing, right wing. So I'm going to do control 1, 2, and 3 will be the left views. So this one's pretty good. I don't really like this one. I'm just going to get rid of this one. And this one, like right on top of the wing. Delete. Alright, this will be 4. Wait, not 4. Control 4. There we go, control 4. So left forward view, right forward. This is 1, this is 3 and 4. And then we just need a passenger view on the left side now. So we kind of have that one already. Yeah, I like these in the back seat. These are sweet. Kind of like that. All right, let's add a new one. Passenger next. This is back left seat. What do I call the other one? Seated back right. Seated back left. All right, I guess that's a little weird. Whatever. This will be control 2. All right, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, I'll save number 3, or I'll share 3 and 4. You guys want the same views. So left wing and then seated back left, share. No smart view for that one. All right, sweet. Yeah, those are pretty good. And what are we at? 20 miles until Avixo. Let's check the airport elevation. This is a pretty short flight. Airport elevation is about 1350. So 1450, call it like 1500 we want to get down to. So right here. Let's go to the last nav page for our VNav calculator. Oh, you know what? Right click doesn't do secondary action anymore. I probably unbound that by accident. I think it's secondary action. Secondary. What? None of those say secondary. I have to hit enter? No. What the heck? How does the search not work? What? So weird. Secondary. What? Oh my god, it's always, there's always some bugs okay. Where is it? Camera, menu, cockpit. It might be under cockpit. Yeah, cockpit interaction, okay. Primary action, left mouse button. This is cockpit interaction, increase, decrease. Secondary action is right mouse button. Tertiary, I almost never use, but I guess we'll make it middle mouse button. Okay. The search doesn't work. All right, there we go. Now I can right click again. All right, so target altitude is going to be 1,500 feet. Sure, we'll just leave it at 4 miles before runway 12. And our vertical speed profile. It says we need 1,200 feet per minute. We need to start descending now? Yeah, I guess we need to start descending before runway 12, runway 12. So we're at 9,000 feet. We want to get down to 1,500 feet. It says we need to go 1,300 feet per minute. So we'll do attitude hold, pitch forward with the pitch down here, and pull some power out so we don't overspeed. And just watch our rate of descent. It says we need 1,300. That's 1,500 so far. Want some power out. And checklist for approach. Boost pumps on, mixture full rich, fuel selector on, flaps 20 degrees, gear down below 157 knots. I feel like we're too far out to be descending already, right? 1,500 feet, 4 miles before runway 12. And it says vertical speed required 1,300 to get down to 1,500 feet. Well, I guess we're only 10 miles from there. Then it's 7 more miles and then 4 more miles. So 20-ish miles out. And we're losing, what, 7,000 feet? 7,000 times 7 times 3? Or 7 times 3 would be 21 miles out. So I guess that checks out with like the times 3 rule of thumb for distance needed for the descent. Okay, we're at 1,100 now. Yeah, 1,500 is quite a lot. We're a stunt pilot. All right, let's look at the map. Hold down clear. Okay, yeah, I mean it is close. And what's the runway type here? Runway 12. Runway 6 recommended, 2,000 feet of dirt. Now runway 12, 6,000 feet of asphalt. And there is an ILS 109 or 7 if we want to use that localizer. 1097. All right, 1097. And then I'm going to sync the heading bug straight ahead. We're going to switch to heading mode. Oh yeah, I hit nav mode, which isn't right? I forgot in this plane, to do GPS nav mode, you do heading mode with GPSS selected. Let's see, what's our final approach course to the runway? 116. Set that over here. All right, there's 116. 109er 7. Surprised that's not active yet. Yeah, 1097 on oh, I have to change this until it'll even look at it. There we go. All right, now we'll use the heading bug to go left. And now we can use nav mode to intercept. I forgot the quirks with the autopilot with this plane. This heading mode and GPSS switch. This switch is when you're in heading mode down here. So nav mode is only used for radio navigation, like a localizer or VORs. If you're using heading mode down here, then it does whatever this is set to, which is either heading, which is just a normal heading mode, or if you're using GPS, you actually leave it in heading mode down here and change this switch to GPSS, and then it's like using nav mode on the GPS following the needles, following magenta needles, which is, yeah, it's so weird. It's very strange. So it's been a bit and I kind of forgot that. All right, and we are also below the glide slope, so I can slow my descent a little bit. We got the glide slope right here. All right, let's get the autopilot off and just hand fly it. Autopilot disconnect. Oh, a little stuttery. What the? Yeah, I love this. The like subtle motion is interesting. Let me turn this off. It feels like it still has control. This looks really smooth. This feels, yeah, just a little weird to get used to. Just like the physics of it. All right, we are right on the glide slope right now, so I'm going to add some power. And we're at 4,000 feet. I'm just going to get mixture rich now. Keep the RPMs at 2,400. And the glide slope's now below us. I can see the runway to our right. I'm going to pull out the power now to get onto the glide slope. And then localizer's going to intercept right now. I can see the runway right there. There we go. All right, I'm going to pull the power out a lot. We're going to slow down. Get our gear and flaps down. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It feels like choppy right now, right? You guys see that when I'm turning? See how like choppy, like there's something weird with the frame. I don't know if it's a chase plane thing or what. It feels like low frame rate almost. It's very strange. I don't know what it is when hand flying this plane. Yeah. Because out here, everything looks nice and smooth and great, but inside the cockpit, see those little stutters? I don't know if it's coming across on the stream, but there's like these little stutters happening, which are, yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna get the gear down, prop full forward. Let's get the boost pumps back on, 1 and 2. You guys do see it? Yeah, that's really strange. I didn't notice that in any of the, I mean, we weren't hand flying the airliners the last couple days. Frame gen to fix it. Boo. Yeah, it's very weird. It just feels like the frame rate is messed up. I'm gonna get flaps 20 degrees. Yeah, it's like low frame rate. It's really weird. It's gotta be chase plane, right? The roll indicator looks smooth. I think it's just the, yeah, it's the camera, right? Sorry, I'm just gonna do this to see. Everybody hold on to your lunch. I don't know, yeah, that's not good. Alright, flaps are at 30 degrees. Yeah, it's all stutter. It's just stuttering a lot. It's so choppy feeling. If I just go in here and disable chase plane, let's see if it gets rid of the stutters as a test. Oh man. Menu, preferences, there's like a global turn off chase plane, right? Here it is. See the stutters? Now let's turn it off. Might still be stuttering. Yeah, it's still stuttering. It is still stuttering, so it might not be a chase plane issue. Why is that happening? That's really weird. Let me get the flaps to full. That's really strange. I'm not sure if it's chase plane related. It's hard to tell, but just in disabling chase plane right there, it seemed to still have the issue. Maybe I just need to, I don't know, lower some settings. I'm not sure. Yeah, look, everything is stuttering. Look, even the outside. See it like glitch, 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 glitch.
Wow. MacMaster
Now it's
4K2,
okay.
Amazing guess on the landing rate.
I don't know, something is wrong.
Minute is like
Blech.
super impressive. Here's one Bork Coin for you. Maybe one day I will have enough coins to buy all the planes I want, or go back to Brazil for another vacation. Hee hee.
Hee hee. 109 feet per minute, I'll take it. Even with the stutters. Look, it feels like it's stuttering again. Yeah, it's just all kind of stuttery. Let me turn off. I think I have like ground traffic, road traffic, and fauna on. Let me turn those off. It doesn't seem like it's a chase plane problem. It wasn't happening yesterday. Yeah, everything is stuttering, right? Look at the ground here. It's like, move, stop, move, stop, move, stop. Yeah, the plane. I'll try a different plane for the next flight. That would be so weird if just this plane, like... Yeah, look at the frame rate on the horizon just looking around. Something is up. Something's up, and I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. Hey, look at the plane glitching. The tail of it's just like stuttering. That's so weird. Very, very strange. What's Jack in the Baron? Sawyer's in the Bonanza. Yeah, he's in the Baron Professional. Turbocharged. Look, my whole... Even just panning the camera, it might also be subtle, but... It is like... These micro freezes that are happening. Blah. We're back to QAing the sim, guys. We thought we had a cut, we thought we were done QAing the sim, but it never ends. Look at the frame rate drop turning the camera. 70 FPS, 40 FPS while turning. Look at the red lines going up. Like, what is this stutter? See, these are the stutters, right? Those red, whatever is happening there. Bleh. It's going nuts right now. Stutter star. Sim restart. I mean, I just started the sim for the stream. It basically just got a restart. But yeah, I might need to restart it again, I guess. You fix your chase plane CTD issues by reinstalling Flow. Let me try something. I'm going to turn these to simplified flight. It's going to look bad. It's going to show you guys in the wrong things, but... No, it's not. I don't think it's multiplayer. But just look at the variance in the frame rate. It's so weird, right? Look at these spikes. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know what is causing that to happen, but it's It's crap. Oh, the console. Procedural character, avatar. Here, let me clear. Yeah, I mean, it's just happening. There it is. Whoa. Sim objects avatar. There's no way it's avatars, right? Yeah, let me turn off the character models. I used to have them on low, but let me just turn them off completely. Characters quantity off. Airport services ultra. Parked aircraft is off. Air traffic quantity and variety. That's you guys basically. Road traffic's off. We're back to troubleshooting. Sorry, everyone. Oh no, every time I move the camera, look at the... Dude. Stutter, 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 stutter. That is so weird. Yeah, still stuttering in the menu. Look at it. What is going on today, man? Come on, dude. I just want to play the video game, man. What's going on? I don't think it has anything to do with like your guys' planes or avatars. It's just non-stop happening. Yeah, the menu is lagging. Yeah, it's weird. It's probably terrain level of detail. You can't run 200 anymore. Object level of detail.
Did I stutter?
Yeah. It's still doing it, even in the middle, like we're far away from the airport. It's so weird, like it's going up to 100 FPS. Oh man, this stuttering is, Well, I will restart this sim real quick and we'll do the next leg. Let me make sure I got credit for that one. That was leg 12. Got it. Leg 13 just continues from here, so we're going to go here, leg 13. CYHT to CYQT.
Cinema.
161 nautical miles. So let me go ahead and restart the sim and see if that does anything to help. I don't know. I mean, who knows? It could be any add-on causing the problem. We have no information. I mean, I got that global shipping traffic add-on yesterday, but yesterday's stream seemed fine. All right, sim is restarting. Aerostar. Maybe I'll change. Maybe I'll hop in the Starship or something. Oh, just like maybe like the DA62, something simple. You noticed the stuttering last night? Around midnight EST. It's just difficult to know. Like, it's so difficult to diagnose flight sim. Like, we all have different add-ons, different planes, different settings, different peripherals. It's really difficult to figure it out. I mean, it could be something as simple as like Discord messing with it, or, you know, who knows? It's just so hard to know. I mean, I don't have the Discord overlay on or anything. I don't have clips turned on. Shouldn't be anything happening there. You know, let me check something. Do I have my captures setting turned on in game bar where it's recording? Record what happened. No, that's turned off. So nothing is like being recorded by some other software. Yeah, no, it's just how it is. I'll have to, I'll probably end up doing like, maybe tonight when I'm back, I'm gonna be busy for the rest of the day and night tonight, but I'll be back later tonight. Maybe tonight I'll just chill out, have a beer, and start troubleshooting if this keeps happening and try to figure this out before tomorrow's stream. Oh, the cows. I don't think I have the cows installed actually. And I also don't want to sit on the ground for a really long time. I have about an hour and 15 minutes and this is a 147-mile flight. So I think I'll just hop in maybe the DA62. Just something simple. I know that has anti-icing and I can get started real fast. Just something simple, and then we'll see if the performance is good too. Private 3 adaptive. Oh, that's awesome looking. Game bar did that to you once. I mean, I wish we could just uninstall game bar completely, but it's just integrated into everything, right? I use it for my screenshots, but I mean, my performance was good yesterday, so I don't think that's really the issue. But yeah, who knows, man? There's so many variables, it's almost impossible to figure out sometimes. All right, CYHG to CYQT. Cutie. Thunder Bay. Oh yeah, we've flown here before. Ramp GA small and in the DA62. While that's happening, I'll get the Simbri flight plan going. DA62. Generate the flight. And I'll get that pulled in here into landing rate monitor. This is optional. You don't have to do this with FS Hub, but I just do it for the little tracker in the top right I use. All right, let's hop inside. Let's hit... Oh, I have to set up the cameras real quick. This won't be difficult. It's fine. And then I'm going to turn on the debugger to see what's happening while we're doing all this. Okay, so the covers are on. Control-Shift-Q. Covers are gone. Okay, let's set up the new cameras for this plane. Pilot. This is going to be pushing my hat. Not going to use the co-pilot. All right, PFD. This is going to be Shift 1. Save. MFD. Shortcut, Shift 2. Save. Pedestal. I don't know that I'll use that. Overhead aux power. I probably won't use that. I'll set it anyway. Shift 3, Shift 4, Shift 5. Shift 4. And Shift 5. Okay, then we got the spot view. Set that button. And then we got some external views. And we don't have any passenger views. Let's see if anybody's made any. Plus, oops, plus community. We'll get rid of passengers and just make a DA62 and see if anybody's made any cameras. No views. All right, don't worry, I will be the one. So we're going to turn left here and zoom out a little bit. We're going to make a glance left view. So I'm going to go plus. This is a pilot view. Glance left. Okay, and then I'm going to set that to hat left. And I'll share it and not use it in Smart View. Okay, next is going to be glance right. Sure, something like that's fine for now. Save, pilot view, next. Glance right. Not for Smart View. Share the view and right on the hat for the shortcut. Okay, so now we got this. Glance right. Glance left. Whoops, needs to be this. Glance right. Button 10. Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh, glance left did not get saved. Whoops. I shared a real crappy view. We'll just turn left and zoom out a little bit and save the position. All right, glance left, right. Okay, cool. And then for the PFD, I'm going to set the down hat button to that too. And in cruise, we'll make some, what's it called? Passenger views when we're up in cruise. I mean, there's a little red line here and there, but nothing too crazy just yet. All right, let's get left and right. Fuel pumps on, left and right, master on, start left. It's just going to let me do this, I think, right? Unrealistically. There we go. Start left, start right. Whoops. Master left engine should probably stay on. Alternator left and right on. AV master on. Pitot heat on. Flap set to takeoff. This plane is so quiet. Alright, there we go. The FPS is strong with this one. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We'll put our position lights on, taxi lights on. I'm going to go here to SimBrief Dispatch View. Turn the FPS off for now. We'll just see if we notice the stuttering or not. And import the route, which will put it into our FMS over here. This is 100 and something miles. Hopefully I can finish this before I have to leave. I'm going to go get my hair cut. It's very important. I haven't had one. I keep going like 2 months without one and it starts looking insane. 305 pounds of fuel. Flight performance, mass and balance, fuel. 44 gallons is 295 pounds. We need 305, so let's do, I don't know, 55. Load aircraft immediately. All right, 7,000 feet for our cruise altitude. Set that down here. Quarterly haircut. Yeah, I've been so lazy, especially like, you know, I don't do much very fancy. I don't do many fancy things out of the house or anything. I don't need to look okay. All right, let's set the trim for takeoff. All right. And we'll just look at the moving map here. Okay, over here to the left, runway 12. Parking brake is off. Allegedly. Alrighty. Let's check our control surfaces. Looks good. Ailerons, elevator, and rudder. Looks good. Is Jack in the cows or the regular? Oh, DA42. That is the cows. DA42. Does it say a Sobo passive aircraft? It does. That's cool. They have a DA42 passive. That's great. All right, flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. We're entering the runway. We'll get landing and strobe lights on. Let's see. We're going to climb, or we're leaving on runway 12, so let's turn the heading bug to 120. We got the altitude set right here already is 7,000. And we'll set up flight level change, heading mode, and hit nose up to get our climb at, looks like 87. It just goes one knot at a time. There's 80, 89. We'll just do 90 flight level change. This is too quiet still, right? I'm gonna bump the volume again. Sorry if it's just so quiet. What's up, Cochrane? Yeah, you can join. We're just about to take off, though, and I'm probably going to be done after this. I got a really short stream today because I got some things to do, but I will be back on tomorrow. We're on USA West if you want to join, and the airport code's in the top right. Yeah, sorry, guys. Short stream today. Gonna go to get a haircut. Gonna go out for some food, get out of the house, and I'll be back later tonight, my time. And if I might hop back into Aerostar and troubleshoot a little bit. The code, it's in the top right. CYHD is the airport we're at. It's about a 100-mile flight. Next time I get it on the volume, we'll probably hit you like a freight train. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm also, I also realize there's, you know, you guys that are flying along, if my volume is too loud, it's going to be really annoying for you too. So, you hearing my engine super loud if you're flying along is got to be really annoying. You're hearing double planes the whole time, so I like to keep my volume a little lower than you would think. All right, let's get out of here. Rotation speed is 76. There's 76. All right, gears coming up. All right, I'm going to turn autopilot on so I can watch outside. Get the flaps up. All right, turn on nav mode. It's intercepting this course here. We're just going to be heading southeast. We're on USA West for the multiplayer server. Damn, that's an intercept right there. Holy crap. That's cool. We get the cool camera views outside when it's banking so hard. Actually, did I say... Oh, yeah. CYHD, CYQT. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I'm telling you the right airport code. All right, we're at 3,400 feet. Pitot heat's on. I think we can get the fuel pumps off. And then we got de-icing, but we're not flying through any clouds yet. We'll see what we get once we get closer. Let's make sure we have NEXRAD on. We do. And make sure that the detail is not hiding it, which it was. So there's some precip over there. So we go to detail 1, it hides the NEXRAD weather, so it's like there's got to be something around us. Oh, I forgot we get the... Oh, hey, this is a nice view to have actually, is a camera over here for the EFB while it's mounted is kind of nice. Could even do something like this where we see like the EFB and the MFD together. Maybe something like that. It's kind of sweet. Get that in instrument view. Pilot, next. Actually, no, this will be instrument because we don't want it to move. Hey. Oh. Come on, man. So I'll just call it like EFB mount or something like that. Kind of fill the screen with it. Okay, let's try again. Create instrument camera. PFD mount. Sorry, EFB mount. There we go. And I'll just make that shift 6, I guess. I'm not using that. And I'll share it in case you guys want it. I guess it could be Smart View. Share view. So if you don't like bringing it up like this, now we can just hit our shortcut to go over and use it while it's mounted. So our immersion is preserved. Instead of a floating EFB. Yeah, I don't know. The FPS feels good. We're over 100 right now. There's a little stutter every now and then, but it's not spiking in the red, so that's better than it was before. I'll have to try the Aerostar later, just load it and see what happens. I'd be surprised if it was just the Aerostar, though. Alright, we're leveling off at 7,000. Oh, I need to hit comma. It's 2997 for the altimeter. Alright, let's pull our power back a little bit, maybe around 80.
Key 7451 for being a couch captain for 8 months. That's some serious dedication, mate. Kip, you're still scared of X-Plane. Can you believe it? Cheers to you all. Don't forget to catch my antics on Twitch at FlyConti.
Whatever, Conti. Dev, thank you for 8 months, man. Polaris, thank you for 12 months. Oh my god, 1 year.
Hey
you
everyone.
have the bearded
I just
avatar
wanted
now.
to say a huge congrats to Polaris9540 for being a couch captain for a whole year.
So nice, you
That's
JT.
Like, really impressive. You know, it's almost as impressive as my APU start on a real 737. By the way, does anyone think I could fly to Brazil again? My birthday is in 207 days, so, yeah.
207 days, birthday countdown. Yeah, that guy Conti always shilling for his own channel. It's ridiculous. Don't forget to catch him on Fly Conti. Polaris, thanks for a year, dude. 1 full year. It's time for the bearded couch captain badge. Congratulations. Highly coveted. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's posting about that badge on Reddit in between yelling about PMDG planes. And there it is. Oh, it just shows a flyby in the cinematic cameras? Man, that's really far away. There we are. There we go. It looks like maybe they added the flyby camera to the cinematic rotation. I don't think they mentioned that in the notes or anything. That's cool, though. Feels good, man. What's our ETE on this flight? Oh, 36 minutes. That's not too bad. I might be able to do a third leg. Maybe. It might be cutting it close. Let's take a look at what the next leg is. This is leg 12, right? Oh, no. This is leg 13. I refresh this. I hate this. Dude, these little scroll... This is so annoying, this little scroll bar thing. If you don't notice the scroll bar, you're like, oh, there are 8 legs. And then you have to scroll down and then scroll down again. And this... Can you guys get rid of this little... This is a pet peeve. Sorry. Oh my god. It's so annoying. I hate it. Anyway, we're on... This is leg 13. We're doing the CYQT. This leg is 161. The next one's 121. Might be cutting it too close to do a third. Next flight. There might not be a next flight. I have a short stream today. I got some things to do. Normally I go for a good like 4 to 10 hours, but today it's going to be short. I'm actually going to leave my house for once. It's a big day for me, okay? It's a big day. I put on pants and I'm going to leave the house. The scary outside world, yeah. Josh, how's it going, man? Pants make you vulnerable? Better to go without? Vulnerable? Pants make you vulnerable? See how the weather is at the destination. Metar. Or we could do it up here. A 080 at 6, 20 miles of his. Ooh, overcast at 500. Oh, damn. IFR overcast at 500. Runway 7 is recommended. Okay, there's an ILS. Good. All right, I guess we'll set up for ILS runway 7. So let's go here back to route. Choose the approach, ILS 7. And we are coming from the west. There is Nubin and Kebtu. Nubin is right here, so that's closest to our route. So we'll pick Nubin for our transition waypoint there, our initial approach fix. Okay, ILS 7. So over here, let's set up for that proc. Select approach, ILS 7, Nubin. The minimums. We have barrel minimums down here, 860. Set 860. All right, 860. Frequency 109.5. That matches right up here. 109.5. Okay, that's good. And then we'll scroll down and load. And yep, not GPS is just for, is not for shooting the approach, of course. Alright, and then let's look at the waypoints here. So, TGAG goes there, Alveb, then Durit, and then after Durit, see how it goes like, whoa, to try to get up to Nubin. So I think we should get rid of Durit as an en-route waypoint. Or sorry, get rid of Fesset as the en-route waypoint and see how that affects it. So we'll remove Fesset. And then that's giving us a little bit of a S-turn kind of here, which I don't really want to do either, so I think we'll get rid of Durit as well. There we go. So now we're going from Alveb directly to Nubin, like this. And then this starts the approach. Man, we could just go direct to Fesset, but Nubin is part of the approach. I guess we could go back into proc and select vectors to final instead. I guess that could be an option. Yeah, we're kind of editing the star here. I just don't want to do this huge S turn. And we got the altitude here that we need. Minimum safe altitude is 3,400 feet. Nubin's 4,000 for the initial approach fix. Yeah, Fesset is where the star ended. I don't know. It's fine. We'll make it there. Am I just half-assing it? Yeah. Am I shaving off some miles? Yeah. Okay, and then with those in, if we go to flight plan, we should get our TOD. 36 minutes. That's pretty much forever. ILS Loc 7. Okay, let's double check. It's got the nav frequency set. 1095, 1095. And then we have our minimums in already. So weird how blurry this is until you zoom in a bunch. It's like this weird blurriness even to the text here. But if you bring it up like this, it's very crisp. Alright, what's the outside air temp? -5. Alright, we got pitot heat on already. Maybe we get the anti-ice on right here to normal while we're going through this. Norm. These lights not come on? High. Is there a master anti-ice button or something? Auto, auto. Is this just not working? I guess I have the icing effects turned off anyway. Oh yeah, you know what? We should turn those back on. See if it messes with the this plane. Since it's a default plane, I'll turn the icing effect back on. On. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, green light. I do run the game at a lower res than my display. It becomes a blurry mess since the EFB is being rendered at full res. It looks clean when being inside of a menu. I have mine at 70% resolution because the stream is only a max of 1440p, even though I have a 4K monitor. And I usually bring it down to like 70%, which is a little tiny bit more than 2K, a little bit more than 1440p. Just because the stream's not really going to notice a difference, and then I'll get better performance because of it. So on my end, it could look crisper if I ran it at 100%, but most of the time I tone it down for the performance sake. Just to keep better FPS, especially when I'm in airliners, but... yeah, it might look blurrier to me than you... I mean, like this text right here looks pretty crisp right here on the circuit breakers. But then up here, like this text all looks blurry. All of these buttons look kind of blurry. Like this text, like all of this looks blurry. Pretty much the entire EFB looks blurry when it's mounted. And then when you take it out of the mount, it looks great. It's like very, very crisp. So there's just something with the how they render it when it's in the game world, and you know, like instead when it's mounted instead of popped up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It'd be really nice if it looked all nice and crisp. But at least you can zoom in enough on these for it to be legible, you know? Like I can read these from here. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It just, you know, I notice it. Can't help but notice it. Yeah, I don't know if the de-icing thing was ever... like this used to work. When you turned it on, you'd see these lights go on. Just nothing happens when you turn the de-ice on now. At least on the lights here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Electric and AV masters are on. There's probably, I don't think there are any circuit breakers popped, right? Main bus de-icing here. That's in. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just keep an eye out for icing. Hey, I should set some passenger views now that we're in cruise, so let's move back here. I guess our head would be around here-ish. Maybe zoom it out a bit. And I'm guessing the passenger view back here would be kind of crappy. I guess we could do one if our head was bumping against the ceiling back here. That's not a very exciting passenger view. This one's real nice. Something like that. Alright, that looks good. Alright, create passenger view. And this is Middle right, I guess. And here's middle left. Passenger next. All right, middle left. Control 1, middle right. Control 2. Share them. I'm doing my part by sharing my views. All right, there we go. All set. Approaching VPath. Wait, really? Mine says 30 minutes. But maybe it's because I removed a bunch of restrictions. Newbin at 4,000 feet. Oh, are you way higher than me? Sawyer's way up there. Sawyer's in the Turbine Duke at 14,000. I'm only at 7,000. Did it really only give me... Yeah, it only gave me 7,000 for cruise, 75% throttle. We're at 78. There's 75. Do I track my flights? Only in FS Hub. I used to use Volanta, and I also used to use ElevateX. But I don't see the point when FS Hub tracks everything automatically for me, you know? And I don't even need to... start the tracking. Like... Their software, landing rate monitor, just runs in the background. I don't have to tell it what plane I'm flying. I don't have to tell it my departure and arrival airports. You can optionally add SimBrief if you generate one. You don't have to. But it's just like an always-on thing. It's just always tracking my flights, so I love it. So I haven't been using ElevateX or Volanta since shortly into using FS Hub. And knowing this is all like cloud-based, I don't need to back up my data or anything. It's just all on their website. And if I happen to be doing a challenge of any type that exists, I'll just get credit for it automatically, even if I don't plan on doing it, right? Like if it's just a coincidence that there happens to be a challenge for landing at a certain airport and you happen to do it, you just look and you're like, oh, hey, I didn't realize I was even doing that, but sweet, I got a badge for, you know, flying into whatever airport, so it's kind of cool. I am a fan. I'm a fan of FS Hub and Parallel 42 as well, like all their stuff. So I've been diving into Chase Plane as soon as it came out, and I didn't use it before this, so yeah, it's been really good. Does the LRM overlay with landing rate work for you? Does it have an overlay for landing rate? I've never used that. I just use I made a custom one for my stream that shows up here on the stream. And I just did it using their API, and I use StreamerBot for my bot software. But for landing rate, I mean, if I wanted a landing rate not for streaming purposes, I would just use the one that's built into Flow. Flow has one you can turn on, and when you land, it pops up a little window that tells you your landing rate. Or you could just look at FS Hub at the end of each flight and just look at what your landing rate was. So like for the last one down here, I have my landing rate, 109 feet per minute. This is where my bot actually pulls the landing rate from, is when the landing is complete. It detects there's a new flight and then just pulls in this exact info. Pulls in the landing rate from here. 0.84 Gs. And then it has the planned route if you optionally put in SimBrief. You don't have to, but then it'll show that planned route here on the map. Buttering some landings. I think some of them are probably just BS. You know, like this 350 landing was like a chop and drop kind of landing. I just like dove down at the last second, so you know, it was probably just like there was some negative G's for a moment when it counted the feet per minute reading. Like, these are so, like, unreliable. Like, just feet per minute is such a bad metric. I actually wonder, 0.95 G's. Yeah, see, I was, like, pulling up at the time. So, yeah, I don't put all that much stock in the landing rates for really any tool. So many of them they just are all over the place. Like, I don't really care. Like, the landing rate thing's just for fun. Mainly I care that it's tracking my flight. You know, that's the valuable part. Seeing maps like this and finishing achievements. You can see us, this achievement going west to east, like all of these airports in Canada. Like, you can see us doing this achievement across Canada right now. It's kind of cool. I think, like, Jack really likes using New Sky, and New Sky probably has one of the better, like, landing ratings that's there. It, like, it cares about you being on centerline or not. It detects if you have a long landing or a short, yeah, like if you land too long. It's got a lot of different rules that it applies, so it's a lot more difficult to get like a 10 rating, a 10 out of 10 rating on New Sky. Unactive membership? Oh, in New Sky? Because I mean, I've switched over to use this, and a lot of us have. This is just way more casual. It's just nice. Yeah, New Sky is not good for GA. I think another thing that I just was really annoyed by with New Sky is it took them forever to add certain planes into the database. So you couldn't even track your flights. So a new plane would come out and it'd be like a day or two later. And, you know, it's free to use, so I get it. Like, but when your competition, like FS Hub, is just usable immediately, like 2 minutes after the plane is out, it just got annoying where I would be flying certain days and not being able to track my flights with it because the plane was not added to the database yet. They just seem to be mostly for airliners and kind of neglect adding new GA planes. And all of the rules are built around airliner landing rates and stuff like that. So, like, you could butter a landing in a GA plane and it'll actually give you a negative rating for it because it expects you to be in an airliner. And it's like, oh, you greased it. That's bad. You have to land with a heavier weight on the wheels, you know? So it's just, yeah. Yeah, FS Hub, I just really like, it's just like a really good automatic flight tracker. And there's all those achievements you can do. And you can get into the economy stuff if you want that they're building out. Like, they have that air economy thing they're building out. There's a little app they have called Pilots for Hire that you run. And it's like a mission browser. And it'll tell you what plane to fly, you know, your departure and arrival airports, and how much virtual money, you know, you'll earn by doing the flight. And they're adding in, like, you can like add properties, and, you know, they're getting into the career mode type stuff with that. But yeah, for me, the value is like the achievements are really fun to do, and it's an automatic flight tracker, so I really like it. And I also just, yeah, I try to limit how many programs I'm running in the background. Like, we're running so many things already. So, like, just having landing rate monitor, I don't also want to run Volanta or ElevateX or New Sky all at the same time. Like, what's the point? Yeah, you can buy lottery tickets, yeah, on FS Hub, yeah. But yeah, it's really good. They're really responsive to, like, the community and their Discord. Like, Bobby, who like made the thing, is in here chatting pretty regularly. Yeah, it's great. I've had a really good experience with it. It's also easy to just get people to hop on and join. Like, we have the little virtual airline going. I made a little instructions page. You just install landing rate monitor and join the VA, and it'll track you as part of the VA. Or you can just make your own VA with some friends. Like, no big deal. Chill Maze, what's going on, dude? It's going good. Just finishing a second flight here. We're doing this Canada achievement in FS Hub. Oh, these kind of look like not good. Let me try to fix these nameplates. I think it's that outline that's making it look bad, right? Oh, this is the nighttime one with the outline. There we go. Okay, nighttime. That's what's happening. This was at 20 something. So let me change the nighttime color. Problem is, it's not quite nighttime yet. We'll just do white for now. See how it looks as it gets darker out. You're debating if you're gonna put yourself through the hell of going to Costco today, or use the same day stuff. Oh man, that's a hard choice. What's up, Cyan? Oh, you wish more streamers used FS Hub? I mean, there's quite a few do. I mean, I don't know how often like Two Tone and Fliggity use theirs, but they're on the list, you know? Like, we've been tracking ourselves against them as we climb the ranks. I mean, it's not really a rank thing. It's just, you know, who's done the most flights. It would be really cool if this had some other things like last 30 days. Actually, no, they do have stats, right? It's under stats. It's like which airline, pilots. Do they have top VA? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, these stats are more cool. So top airlines by distance flown in the last 30 days. We've really fallen off because I took a break for like a couple months. By flights, Italian virtual airline. These guys are going nuts. Fliggity's down here at 600. We're at, and Two Tones is at 3,700 flights in the last 30 days. But yeah, it's fun. Just a little, you know, compare yourself to other people. So Cyan said, how did you get your chase plane to group the cameras in different subcategories? Oh, it's an option. And let me show you. Let me throw it in the middle here so you can see it better. Okay, so for chase... Oh, I should make a short out of this, right? Be a professional. In chase plane, you can group your different cameras into categories like this: pilot, instruments, and passenger. To do it, you go to menu and then groups, and then from here you want to edit whichever one you want to be grouped. So in the case of the internal cameras, I'll go to pilot and hit the little pencil icon there, and then it's the first option right here at the top of the screen where it says group together in views page. So if this is off, when you go to your groups, they'll all be listed individually without being able to be like grouped and collapsed like this. But if you go in and then edit it, change it to group together in views page, when you go back to the main, you'll see that it's got like a little drop down here to expand and collapse it. Bam. I need to make more shorts. Yeah, that's how you do it. So you can even do it for the external ones and world ones. So when you go into your groups, you have these 3 buttons at the top: internal, external, and world. So if you do want, say, like the hard-mounted cameras to be grouped, you could do that as well. So now these are all in a group like this. So you can do it on any of them. Even groups that you make yourself, you can go and make your own new group. So I had made one the other day. I was working on like workflow group for myself. So yeah, you can make your own groups as well. Oh, the belly view is pretty good too. I usually set this one to a shortcut for landing. And this one is the gimbal. Oh yeah, this one should have the horizon gimbal turned on. These look so much cooler when you're landing when the gimbal is turned on, which keeps the horizon level. So you'll see the plane kind of moving independently of the horizon. It's almost fixed to the horizon. So that's pretty good for a landing one. And there's a de-ice view as well. All right, what's our TOD here? 18 minutes. Asak said, I tried Elevate X. Sometimes it's bugged out for me, showing 1,500 miles when I only did 560. You love all the stats in FS Hub and Volanta. In the end, I uninstalled Elevate X. Yeah, I think like they all have their pros and cons. The thing I also didn't like about Volanta and Elevate X is just managing your fleet of planes was so annoying. Every tail number was like the same plane, or, you know, it was like very weird. Whereas with FS Hub, it just tells you what plane type it is. It doesn't care about the tail number, and it just says what plane it was, and it tracks it automatically. Like, I don't know. I just like how simple it is. My plane code? If you mean the airline, we use CCX for couch captains. If you want to use like an airliner code. and it's supported in Beyond ATC. So if you use Beyond ATC, and if you use SimBrief, which you need to use if you use Beyond ATC, if you set your airline code to CCX and a number, or your flight number, then it will call you Couch, whatever. It'll say like Couch 323. You can do that with other airlines too. Like if you set it to an American one, or, you know, whatever airline, if you put the correct code, then if it's in their database, they'll call you by that airliner name or airline name. Yeah, Fliggity does it pretty often. He's done a lot of the holiday achievements. Nice. You started on Fliggity, but you're never on. Oh, when he's on. Yeah, it's cool. I also love that you can just bounce back and forth. So like you're not only part of one VA. Like if you're part of multiple virtual airlines, or you just don't want to fly for one and you want all of the money for yourself, if you're doing air economy, you just hit the drop down and then just change it and then just do your flight for whichever VA you're flying for. Which is, it's nice. It's just really nice and flexible. I mean, people can be part of multiple VAs and, you know, or just decide they don't want to give the VA their cut of the money if they're doing like the air economy thing. What's up, Slice? You like being in the Couch Captain's VA? Yeah, I mean, we don't, there's nothing like, there's no pressure, you know? It's just like fly together if you want. And we'll see what goes on with the air economy when we can use like when we can start using the money that everybody's earned for the VA. You know, it takes like 10% of your air economy money and puts it in the VA piggy bank. I think we have like, let me see. We have like 2 million air economy dollars in here. 2.2 million. This has come from everybody doing the flights, the 10% that it takes. So when air economy has more and more features, like maybe if we can, when we start like buying planes, renting planes, making hangars, whatever kind of properties things they do, we'll be using that money for it as they make it. Never seen another CCX in game. I mean, pretty much if I'm streaming, we're all flying together. So just hop on when I'm streaming, and we always have multiplayer on and are flying together. And usually we're using the CCX when, you know, especially when we're flying the airliners. But I just use the same tail number every time, even though it's not an airliner right now. I just like hearing Beyond ATC call it Couch. It's fun. Terrible lag on the server? I don't know. I think you'd be surprised. I mean, it's not like playing Counter-Strike or something, right? Like your latency to the server, is maybe not a huge deal in flight sim, you know. It's worth giving it a shot so you can fly along with us. We fly on USA West on the multiplayer server. But you can always just change it back. You can just change it on the fly in the settings, you know. So if you want to give it a shot and fly along with a group, and it's really fun when we take off all together and all in airliners. It's a good time. It's cool to see so many planes in the sky. If it's really laggy and horrible, you can just switch your server back. It's, you know, just go into options and change it and you're good to go. TOD 13 minutes. Our bottom altitude at the FAF is 2070. So I'll pull it down to 2,000 feet to give it permission to do that and just turn on VNAV well in advance of our top of descent. Just because I'm prone to forget. Yeah, this is just the default DA62. It was weird. The first flight, I flew the Aerostar, but I was having a lot of weird stuttering issues on final. So I restarted the sim. I wanted to rule out chase plane being the issue. And it seems like it wasn't, because, I mean, this plane is running great. So I'm not sure what the issue was with the Aerostar. Yeah, if we can just figure out the camera mode and get that working, then chase plane will not really have any downsides to it. I think the only big downside with chase plane is just photography mode is kind of borked. So until we figure out how that's supposed to be used, or they make it compatible somehow, and that might be a reason to not use it yet. But I've just been taking screenshots with a normal like Windows screenshot button. It's worked just fine. Yeah, the camera mode not working, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I tried it on the ground today and I was able to move around with my WASD keys. But I wasn't able to turn it. I wasn't able to turn the camera like I normally am. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure out a way to make it compatible or why it's not compatible. Or yeah, it'd be really good to have that working. You're next to me, but you can't see me. Go into your graphic settings and make sure your air traffic setting is not turned off. It's under, go under settings and then under graphics. And then you have to go and expand this like global rendering quality down here and scroll down and make sure you did not turn air traffic off. This aircraft traffic quantity, if this is off, you won't see anybody. And also in the online section, make sure you're on USA West. And then there is another option to change that's even before you load into the flight. It's on the world map. There's a button called flight conditions. You need to turn on all players on there. I actually have a little... Here, I have a little list of things here. Here's a link to like a little article, like a little blog post I made with screenshots on what to check. So if you go there, there's all the settings to check. The flight conditions one and the air traffic quantity setting, those are probably the most likely that need to be changed. Do I plan to do the free... Oh, the PPLV. With course with Navigraph? No. I don't, just because I don't know. I mean, it might be a good refresher. I've heard a couple people mention it though. It's good that it's good. That's great. Yeah, I haven't really checked it out. I remember them sending out emails like you know, announcing it and saying that it was in progress and all this, but yeah, I haven't checked it out myself. Oh, you think Flow Pro is bugging out? You do not have chase plane, and photo mode is bugged out. So when you switch to photo mode, can you not move? Can you not move the camera anymore? That's interesting. Maybe it's not actually chase plane. It's missing buttons for WASD. Huh. That's kind of weird. You think Flow... Why would Flow mess with that, though? It's a little strange, isn't it? Yeah, Shift V. Yeah, once you Shift V, like WASD, IJKL, I think those are like the default keys. Or you should at least be able to use your mouse to move it around. I think when I've used photo mode, I use WASD and my arrow keys. And yeah, none of those work. And it also obviously isn't following the plane, which doesn't make it really easy to use, so. But I mean, if you don't need the depth of field and exposure controls, I mean, you can just literally move outside of the plane like this with the regular camera, so. And just take your screenshot. Like I just have WASD and my arrow keys move my plane and rotate the camera. So I mean I could just fly out like this and just hit my Windows screenshot key and call it a day. But the main issue is I do like having the exposure control, like what was it, Shift T and G or something, makes the exposure higher or lower. You know what? Maybe those are available as controls. Maybe there's exposure controls. Oh, there is. No, wait, drone exposure. Toggle auto exposure 2. That shouldn't be one. Yeah, these exposure increase and decrease. G and T. These don't seem to work. unless you're in photo mode. See, I'm holding down T right now and G, and they don't do anything. Oh, the bottom bar with controls was missing. You know what? That might be related to... I assume you have Flow Pro. Flow Pro... It has an option for hiding when you're in... Where is it? It's the bottom toolbar when you're in first-person mode. It hides that. I don't know where that is in here, though. It hides that. When you have Flow Pro. So, you know, when you're in first-person mode walking around, there is a feature in Flow Pro that's listed on the site. It says it gets rid of that bottom toolbar when you're in first-person mode. Maybe it is also doing that for, you know, photography mode. That could be why the bottom toolbar is gone. Yeah, I do see why in a Super Hornet. You're off to my left. All right, let's see. Top of descent in 6 minutes. We already have VNav set up. VPath is activated, or on standby rather, and we're gonna go down to 2,000 feet. You can't see me. Do you have the nameplates turned on? I think Alt-2 is the nameplate shortcut by default to turn them on or off. If you can't see me, it's probably that air traffic setting I pointed out a few minutes back. I'm gonna wait at the airport. I'm gonna have to be done once we land though, so I got a haircut appointment to go to. Then I'm gonna go out for some food afterwards. Probably won't be back until like 9 or something. I'd say like, I don't know, 9 p.m. my time, so I probably won't stream when I get back. But I'll be on tomorrow. Oh, you're on Xbox. Well, it should. I don't think you can go into all those detailed settings I showed, so it should be on by default. I mean, I see you, so if you turn to your like southwest right now, you should come towards me. You're just off the left side. You're like to my northeast. So if you go southwest, you should get closer to me. It says you're only 4 miles away. But yeah, it is cross-platform between Xbox and PC, so we should be able to see each other. I mean, I see you right now, so it's obviously working. All right, TOD is in 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and check the METAR at the destination again. Okay, we got winds picked up by like a knot or so. Runway 7 is still recommended. Oh my god, it went to low IFR. Overcast, 400 feet above the ground. So the ILS should take us down to 200. I mean, we need the ILS for this. Yeah, the ILS is going to take us down to 200 feet above the ground, so we'll just pop out of that, hopefully, when we get there, we'll see. Oh yeah, Jack, you like taking screenshots of the Microsoft tool and editing them? Yeah, I just use the game bar, whatever. It's Alt, Windows, Print Screen as the shortcut, and it saves it in a folder, and then I pull them out later. What's up, John? How you doing? You're from Montreal. Where are we at the moment? We are... Man, I don't even know. I'm not super familiar with Canada. Isn't Montreal like over... Is Montreal over here? No, wait, Toronto's like here, right? Or is that Montreal? I think Toronto's in this area. I'm so bad with geography. Stupid American. But we're flying to... I didn't even look at the airport names, honestly. Whatever CYHD is... Let me see. I know we're flying to CYQ. Oh, we're flying to Thunder Bay. That's right. Yeah, we've been to Thunder Bay. It's in Ontario. Okay. Yeah, we've flown to Thunder Bay before. It's probably one of the few that I recognize besides the major airports. All right, top of descent, 2 minutes. Got some good bug splatter going on. I guess we can see if we can get the ATIS. So we'll go flight planner, Thunder Bay frequencies, and tune into the ATIS. Just doing it on COM 1. It's at 128.8. Yeah, 128.8. And that's tuned in right here, so we'll just wait until we get it in. Oh, you know what? I have the sounds turned off for the in-game voices, so we won't hear it. That's fine. Oh, did you post the screenshot, Jack? Oh, yeah. Here's Jack's screenshot. Yeah, if you just put like a couple of knees in there and an arm, it'll look like it's real life. Whoa. Alright, that's kind of an existing glitch with the camera system, I think. We've seen this since Chase Plane came out. Every now and then it does this weird stuttering thing. I mean, to be fair, it could be another conflict with my controls. Like, I've found here and there something bound that shouldn't be. It could be my fault, but... You know, I don't want to blame myself first, you know. I'll blame somebody else, and then later when I find out it wasn't their fault, I'll just pretend like I never said it was their fault in the first place. Alright, so we're in the descent. Let's pull the power back a bit. Bottom of descent in about 4 minutes. And we're going to fly this ILS approach. So we're going to wait until we see the ILS kind of preview appear here. It'll be little dashed gray lines. Could go down here and turn on DME, so we'll see it when it comes into range. Let's also make sure it has DME. Oh, it does not actually. So if the localizer provided DME distance, it would have a D right here, and it does not. So if we look down here, it says DME is for the approach is based on YTV. That's this VOR right here. Or actually, this might just be a DME instrument, not a VOR. So let's see on nav2 if we can tune in. We'll go to nav2 and tune into 117.8 and see if that gives us DME. Okay, so we have 117.8 YTV. That's tuned in now. The DME overlay here is based on nav1, unless we go back here, ADF DME, and change it to nav2. So I can tell it to use nav2. So now we have 16.3 DME. All right, 16.3 DME, and then we're on our way to Nubin. And the localizer is not in range yet. We'll wait for that dashed line. And then we'll just hit the approach button. As soon as we have the dash line, we'll just hit approach, and it'll automatically intercept the localizer when we get close, and then automatically intercept the glide slope. We're just responsible for power, flaps, disconnecting the autopilot when we have a visual of the runway. We'll be good to go. Hold on, does this plane have... Okay, yeah, it draws from both tanks at once, right? I think it must because we're balanced on fuel. Left and right fuel. Do I have unlimited fuel on again? Doesn't it look like our fuel's not draining? I don't think I turned unlimited fuel on yesterday. Unlimited fuel is off. Does it feel like we haven't used any fuel? 2.7 gallons per hour. Is it just the insane performance of the DA62? Maybe. I don't know. Even though I'm not sure it's working, we're going to get the anti-ice on to normal. Pitot heat is on. Okay, and then let's close this and just zoom in and get a better view. I'll clean it up by turning the detail down a little bit. Alright, this is fine, folks. Don't even worry about it. Is it you or does chaseplane camera shake, especially when taking... Yeah, the ground effect on chaseplane needs to be toned down. It's kind of insane. When you're on the ground, taxiing, taking off, and right after landing, they need to, like, cut it in half, how intense that effect is. Because I like the bounciness of the default settings here, like the passenger view. See how it's kind of shaking around a little bit? This feels good to me. It's rarely too much for my taste, personally, but... I think on the ground, everybody could agree that it's way too intense when you're on the ground. So if they just tone it down on the ground, I think it'll be a lot better. But you can go in and change those. Like, you would have to go into the pilot view setting here. So if it's too shaky as a pilot, you just go here into menu and then go to groups, because the pilot is kind of a camera mode. So when you're in the pilot view, you edit this. And then scroll down to this section that says camera physics. And this firmness setting determines how bouncy it is. So especially when you're on the ground, if it feels way too bouncy, for now you can just turn this up. And this will make it more rigid. So it says stiff, rigid. If it's all the way up, then it will not move at all. So I have mine like right in the middle. If I bring it way down further, you can see just like the window, like the frame bouncing around even more. But I have mine on like the smooth setting, which is pretty good. But yeah, on the ground, it's super, it's just super shaky on the ground. All right, so we have one more left turn here to line up with the runway. I do not see the ILS or the localizer yet, and we're only 10 DME away. So let's double check that we have the right frequency. Yeah, IQT 109.5 is shown right here. IQT 109.5 is correct. We do not yet have the localizer shown up, or the glide slope. And we're going down to 2,000 feet. So according to the plate here, 3,200 feet. Yeah, it's going to hold us at 3,200. Oh, no, we're going to 2070 already, so we're descending down to here. 3-degree glide path angle. So, I mean, we should have it at about 8 DME. So, in about 1 more mile, we should have the localizer and the glide slope available, but I don't see them just yet. Could also go down here and turn the bearing on. And, yeah, that's not showing up either. Where's my ILS? How are we going to land this without the ILS? All right, we'll open the landing predictions. Yeah, I'm going to have to take off after we land. Short stream today. Sorry about that. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, it's still not... I'm going to hit the approach button even though... Wait, what? Oh, weird. It wasn't showing the localizer preview. I don't know if that's a bug in the DA40, but usually we'll see a gray dash line representing the localizer in advance. So it shows us that the localizer's in range. And the bearing pointer was also not showing anything. So I don't know, there's something weird with the localizer, but we're on the localizer now. Glide slope is on standby, so this is the green diamond is coming down. That's our vertical guidance. And we have icing. Let's turn this to high anti-ice. And down here we have defrost. We'll turn that. I think that's the on position. I'm not sure. Which one is on? Which one is off? I have no clue. I'll just turn this all the way up. And hopefully this goes away. Okay, now we just need to slow down, get into flap range. We can get notch 1 of flaps at 130 knots, according to this. 136, and then 119 for landing flaps. Gear can go down at what? Landing gear at... This is the extended, max extended speed is 205, right? Anyway, under 162 we'll be safe with the gear. We're already safe to put the gear down. But let's add some power. Alright, we're on a 5-mile final on DME. We're about to intercept the glide slope, so we'll get gear down and flaps 1. Can already see the runway, so it's not that bad. It said that it was overcast at 200 feet. We're at 900 feet AGL right now. Oh no, sorry, not 900 feet. Where is our radar altimeter? Radio altimeter. Maybe we don't have one in this plane. Yeah, I think we just don't have one. But we're 1,200 feet above minimums right now, so that puts us at like 1,400 AGL. Alright, we're going to get flaps full and add enough power to not fall out of the sky. Yeah, I'm not sure where the defroster should be. I'm going to click maximum de-ice over here, even though, I don't know, the lights just don't work on the anti-icing on this thing. Hopefully we're not iced up so much when we, so much that we can still land this thing. I'm going to make a quick landing view. Let's bring it right in like this. It's like that's pretty good. So let's go to main, pilot, create a new pilot view, next, landing. And I'm going to make this down on my hat. So if I hit down, it moves into that view. All right, let's get the autopilot off. And off again. A little low, add some power. Okay, we got flaps down, gear down. 3 greens. And we're supposed to have our, I assume the backup pump should be on. 4 reds. Add tons of power. Oh, I don't have the wind indicator on either, so I didn't configure the plane. PFD options. Wind option 1. 6 knot headwind. It's pretty bumpy though. Alright, pull the nose up and release power because we're way too fast. Whoa, it is so bumpy. We're getting the tornado on final, which is classic realistic turbulence setting as the tornado thing. Maybe I should try Real Cat Turb or whatever someday. Dude, I'm adding so much power right now. We're at 75% power and it's just throwing us around. Even though there's only a 6 knot headwind, it is tossing us around like crazy right now. This is why I usually have turbulence set to medium, because it's just so ridiculous. Look at this. This is 6 to 7 knot headwind. Just tornado style. Dude, what is going on? This just makes no sense. I gotta turn that turbulence setting down. It's just ridiculous. Ow, that was kind of rough. That has to be like 200. It was rough with the wind. The wind is like 6 knots right down the runway. It's just so ridiculous with their turbulence. 75? There's no way. No way.
Congratulations! to Big Slice 011
It felt pretty hard.
for guessing the landing rate at minus 75 feet per minute. I can't believe you had the audacity.
Oh, exactly 75?
The rest of us were practicing our realistic flying
3 Bork
skills.
coins, damn. An exact
Bork
rating.
coins, but remember,
What the heck is that?
key.
Did you see that, like, smoke? What was that? There was, like, some weird smoke effect happening. Dude, that was so strange. Alright, let's get the parking brake on. Let's go watch some landings. Oh, it feels like the camera's glitching out again. Oh my god, not again. Dude. Yeah, I've been having these problems with Chase Plane too. I mean, I don't think I have... Do I have something bound to plus and minus? Sim rate, that's control plus and minus. Arrow keys, nothing. You know what? It's probably the stuff I set for walking around. It's probably this stuff. Strafe left. I'm just gonna delete W, A, S, and D. I swear I deleted these before. Okay, maybe that'll fix it. No, I can already, like, look at it. It's already glitching. I mean, all I did was go outside. Okay, these are working. Yeah, as soon as I switch to drone camera, it starts glitching out. Oh, you know what? I probably have Shift X bound still. No, I don't. Shift X is not bound. Oh, wait. Here, Shift X. How about just X? Toggle lead pole. Yeah, none of that should mess it with it. It's just all glitched out. That's annoying. Ugh. God, when it's working, it's so good. What happened to Bobo? Oh my god. Yeah, this is annoying. Sorry. I don't know. I don't think I can do anything about it. Maybe I can just move the regular camera over there. This is the pilot camera. I'll try to get over there. Or, oh, Bork coins. It's just our, like, in our channel currency. You can use it for, like, text-to-speech. All the instructions are in the, or you can, like, gamble it. The instructions are in the video description or under the video on Twitch. Get out and walk? I can't. Nearest runway. Yeah, look, as soon as I move, look at it, it's just glitching. Yeah, there's just some stuff that's glitchy with it. I can't really do anything about it. All right, we'll just watch the replay. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to... Oh, wait, hold on. I had the flight recorder going. Wait, was that the problem? No, it's still glitching. It is still glitching. Dang. All right, well, we'll just watch the replay. Sorry, I won't be able to use the drone camera to watch you guys landing. Okay, let's trim the replay there. And we'll see how insane these winds were. Oh my god, this one's glitching too. You know, is this like a head tracking thing? Like, what's going on here? I noticed that some of them have head tracking as an option that is on by default. I wonder if that's messing with it. Head tracking off. Okay, head tracking off. No, head tracking is turned off for all of them. Drone camera. Chase, spot. Okay, world camera. I don't know what's causing it. Blah. Alright, well, we'll watch it from this view. So you see the plane moving like independently. This is if you turn on the gimbal view in the options, the horizontal gimbal or horizon gimbal. It will keep the horizon level. So you'll see the plane moving independently of the horizon. You know, it's going to automatically level the camera to the horizon. Yeah, look at all the glitches. Like this like didn't really happen that much yesterday, but today it's just like, ugh, all over the place. Yeah, I gotta turn off the realistic turbulence setting. It's insane. Oh, that was a big correction. I think I'm gonna hit all three at the same time. Close to all three at the exact same time. And then the classic extreme hard pull to the left on landing. Yeah, before I forget, I'm going to go into settings, assistances, and turn that really dumb supposed realistic turbulence back down to medium. Yeah, that turbulence is ridiculous. I mean, look at how much it's shaking with a 6-knot wind. It's just kind of always been ridiculous on, you know, realistic turbulence mode. It's just how it is. Let's see who's playing Flight Sim right now. Nobody's really playing Flight Sim. Two-Tone is on. The other people I follow are playing different games. Euro Truck Sim, American Truck Sim. Yeah, I don't know if that was 75. Alright guys, I gotta go to my haircut. I don't want to be late. Sorry for the short stream, but it's good to see you guys just for, you know, 2.5 hours or so. What's up, Bobby? Discord friend request? Yeah, I'll take a look, Bobby. You should be able to message me regardless, though. Did it mark you as spam? Can you send it again? I don't see it. Regular camera has IR tracking. Yeah, I'm not sure. I try to turn all of those off if I don't use them, because I'm like, what's in there where it's like looking for certain things that I don't use, and maybe that can conflict with something else. I don't know. Oh, there she goes. She's giving a bork before the stream is done. What a good girl. Look at the ice build up now. Maybe it was an ice effect. No, it's still kind of glitching. Look at it. Glitch, 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 glitch. Yeah, it's all iced up. Icy bird. I like these cameras a lot, though. With the horizontal gimbal is a really... I keep saying horizontal. Horizon gimbal is a really cool effect. But, yeah, these... I'm sure they'll smooth these glitches out. They're just... they look gross right now when this happens with the stutters. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out today. Let's see who to raid on Twitch. I guess we can just raid Two-Tone. He's been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes. It says he's doing the Rise and Fall of Napoleon Part 5 and the Cows DA40. Send you guys over to Two-Tone. I'll put the link to his channel, as if you guys don't know him already. Put the link in the chats just in case you guys on the YouTube side want to hop over. But I'm gonna go get my hair cut and be a human today. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for a more than 2 hour stream. Thanks for hanging out. Polaris, Dev, Bob, Turk, Jack, Deadly. Thank you guys for the subs, resubs, gifted subs, super chats. Thanks so much, guys. And thank you for the biddies, as usual. Sawyer and Mac and Dan. Appreciate that, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna, yeah, get my ears lowered and go have some food tonight with the female. So I'll see you guys tomorrow and on the Discord. GG's. Have a good day. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.